Greetings, y'all. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. I'm back playing some more Farming Simulator 25. Back here in Riverbend Springs. 4X by Stevie. So let's get started. Let's get to it. Down here at the dryer, I've got I think a couple loads of beans in here right now, and they're drying currently. You can see the dryer running back behind me there. It's wee early in the morning here. I'm gonna tab around and get back over here to the field. We've got a few fields left to harvest. Good morning, Fuzzy. We've got this field here to harvest. This field across the road from there to harvest. I've got a little tiny field of sunflowers to come back and get. I think there's a little strip of cotton up there I need to hit too, so we need to address that. And I think that's it. I think after that we'll be done. When I actually go down and find the MacDon. I think I had it running at some point down there. I was baling too. There it is. Go get this started on some of these other grass fields over here. That way we'll have some grass for hay and silage. Morning, Twitchy. Cold enough for you? Yeah, it's very cold. Very cold. It's so cold that yesterday, before I went to work, I usually sometimes go to Walmart and get, snacks or, drinks or something for work. And I went yesterday to Walmart, and it was about 5 minutes before they opened, right? And as I pulled my truck up, I'm sitting there, got the truck running, got the heat going, because it's freezing cold. And all of a sudden, something starts moving across the parking lot. And I'm like, what? And I look out my window, and it's a cat. And what I'm assuming is her 2 kittens. They weren't little kittens, but you could tell they were younger than she was. And I just turned my truck off and I opened my door, and they see me open my door and they come running up to my door, and they're like meowing and stuff, and I'm like, oh man, I feel really bad for them because it's like super cold. And I open my door and I sit there for a minute and I'm like, hey, who are you guys? Where did you guys come from? It's too cold for you guys to be out here. And one of them almost jumped up in my truck. That's how cold it is out there. And these are like stray cats. They didn't have like any collars or anything like that on. You could tell these were cats from the street. So they're like stray cats. But yeah, you could tell they were I'm assuming they were probably hungry. And I didn't have any food, and I could have gone in and got some cat food and stuff like that, but I was on my way to work and I was in a rush, and plus they weren't out there when I came back out, so they probably went and got someplace warm. And no, I'm not bringing them home. Not gonna happen. I'm just gonna get this guy rolling. Get 3 rows. What? Field not ready for harvest. It should be. Why is he doing that? A worker has been stopped unexpectedly. Field not ready for this work. Right, let me just do a little bit of it manually, I guess. It should be ready. It is ready. I don't know why it's saying it's not ready, but it's ready. Alright, let me see if I can do this again. Going in a hired worker. Showing me 3 inrows. Oh, you know what? Maybe it was locking onto that other field. That's probably what it was. These are going to get plowed together. Yeah, I was sitting in that field, so that's probably why it was trying to lock onto that one. Alright, now it's working. You gotta make sure you're on the right field. Alright, so I got this truck down there. Can bring it up there if we need it. Got the MacDon mowing. I've been working on some tree work. I've still got to work on a little bit of tree work. I've only got 40% more to go. We got bales that still need to be picked up. Actually, you know what? Let me grab the cotton picker or stripper. Let me head up the road here. I think there's a little strip of cotton up there still that I can get. But yeah, I've been working on a lot of tree work, trying to get all that done before, you know, sale time comes up. I've got 2 Brooks chippers already full, and then I've got that last Brooks chipper that's between the 2 of them. I've got 40% left to fill up. Oh yeah, I want to do something up here. So I cleared out all these trees, right? If you've played this map, you know this is the field that has the watchtower on it here. Might ought to turn some lights on. So there were trees all out here. They're all gone now. Going into the Brooks chipper. So what I want to do, I want to hide this tower. Because I can come in here and incorporate this into field. I don't need this watchtower. There's not going to be any fires up here. If there are, we'll call 911. So, yeah, I said that, and I hope my iPhone didn't hear me, or Siri hear me say that, because she might actually try it. So, let's hide the water tower. Bada boom, bada bing, it's gone. Nothing left floating in the sky. Should be good to go. Morning, Jeff. I'm looking at my security camera out there today, right now, and it looks cold. It looks like there's something on the ground, maybe frost, or I don't think it snowed, but it might have. We've had little spots, little periods of snow, sleet, a little bit of freezing rain here and there. So it's possible. But it may just be frost. Yeah, I think I'm just going to sit with it and go here. Morning, old man. Long time no farm. Might as well crack one open now. I don't know how much is here. It's just, I think it's just a strip. That's all for the cotton. I've got cotton bales everywhere up here. Stacked, and I got a whole bunch out just out in the field up here. Here goes my heater. Heater's shutting off. I wonder what my neighbors think about that. Every time it shuts off, it's like, and apparently that's normal. Whoa. God just turned on the light. That was like literally like the light switch to the sun just like flicked on. Too much life happening here. Oh man. I'm good. I'm still here. Still here, farming away. Hoping to get all these soybeans done today. And work on them trees down there. That way we can have, I think we do have some dry corn that we can sell probably at some point this winter. But I don't think that's until December. I'll have to double check the sorghum. I think I've got some sorghum too. Need to go back in and rebuild the mixer stations. Put them where I want them, but other than that, yeah. Got a lot of plowing to do. I'll probably work on that later. Right now the goal is to get this cotton done here and get the soybeans done. Try to get all the bales up. Get all the grass mowed. So wood didn't make another bale, but there's another strip back there. Can't really see it, but I think it's there. I'll run this one more time. Won't make another bale here, but there'll be some for the next go around. Actually, I was gonna look and see what was out there that's growing. What have they planted out here? What is that? That is rye. Looks like we got a few fields of wheat over here. There's some spelt. Yeah, there's a few fields of wheat over there. What do we got over here? Poppy and looks like canola. Like we got some wheat up here maybe. Yeah, might have to invest in some of those. And then we got a few things down here. What do we got? Wheat. Looks like probably barley and then probably more rye. Yep. Okay, so that's what's been planted. Alright, I think that's it. Alright, so I will have to eject this bale. You can't fold this up, and there's no way to get it down the road with it unfolded like this, so you have to eject whatever bale is in there, so it won't be a full bale. Alright, now I should be able to fold this up. Well, when that porch gets back up. Here we go. Yep, all the trees gone here. Plow this up and curve it around that direction. Gives us a little more. Need to probably put a shed of some kind up here because I don't see us moving out of this northeast corridor from the cotton because this is where the spinnery's at. I probably need to put up like a big enough shed to park this thing and maybe more than one in. That actually might make sense to where we had that water tower back there to put something there. Like another shed. Alright, mower still mowing. This guy's still cutting beans. Oh, he actually is gonna need fuel soon. I've got a tractor with a thing on it. Out there somewhere. There it is. Head over in that direction. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a tank full of diesel. And we are baling some hay. I don't know. What's that from? I don't even know what that's from. That's from a movie or something. I think that used to be a song on CBS back when they had their morning show. We used to watch that a lot. Growing up, I guess. We'd watch that morning show and they had the guy that did all the really old birthdays brought to you by Smucker's jellies. And we'd have breakfast with the biscuits and Smucker's jellies. What was that guy's name? Was it Wilbur Scott? William Scott? Wilford Scott? I don't know. I can't. I remember what he looked like, but I can't remember his name. Twitchy probably knows. I can fill this thing up on the go. Wouldn't that be weird? If I could figure out a way to do this from the front, I probably can do it like right here. With him moving and this thing behind me. I don't think I'll be close enough. Oh, crap. Hit the wrong button. Oh, it actually is working. Dude, this is like what the Air Force does, you know, when they have the air tankers and they're refueling and the mid-air refueling. This is like a mid-field refueling. It's totally working though. I'm dumping diesel somewhere. I think it's going to him. I did not think this would work, but it's totally working. Alright, I'm gonna break off now. We'll see if that actually did anything. I did, yeah. I put a lot in him. Mid-field refueling. That's a first for me. I don't think I've ever done that. And did it with all in-game equipment too. Combines in-game. Tractors in-game. Thunder Creek's in-game. You can do it too. Willard Scott. That's what his name was. Thank you, Twitchy. I knew you would know. Willard Scott. He did the birthdays. So it was like people that were like 100 or plus. Most of the time it was like all those people. You know, it's sad to think about all those people are probably gone now. Because that was, you know, gosh, that was back in the 90s. So, all those people that were 100 and something, they're probably no longer with us. Even though Willard's not with us. I think he died, didn't he? Willard Scott? I think he passed away. I'll always remember the Smuckers' birthdays. It wasn't Good Morning America. I think that's ABC's thing. What was theirs called? This is Today. No, that's NBC. This is Today on NBC. So it's not Today. I think it was like CBS Morning Show or something like that. I really want a biscuit and some Smucker's jelly now, though. Oh, man. You know what? They sell biscuits at work for breakfast. I need to get me a jar of jelly. Get me a jar of jelly and take it to work and put it in our fridge, and then I could just buy a biscuit there and have a jelly biscuit for breakfast. A lot of times they'll have white gravy and chocolate gravy, and I've, you know, that's a lot of times I'll have that with my biscuit. But jelly, there's something about jelly on a biscuit. I did trade in the header too. I talked about that last time. So I traded in the deer header for this MacDon header. That one was 13.7 meters. This one is the 14.5, and it works fine. This works fantastic. So I'll probably do the 14.5 meter header on this style, this S7, And then probably aiming towards the 16-meter header for whenever we get to the X9. Let's see what was on sale. Yeah, nothing. Alright, I'm just gonna let him roll. Need to move the Mac down again. Gonna have a lot of grass. I need to come in and put a strip. I need to get this grass baled up first and then get that picked up, and I need to put in like a strip of like AstroTurf behind these silos here. That way we don't have that weird kind of debacle going on there behind the silos. Great, that looks good. Alright, I am going to work on some trees, because we need to get these trees done. So we'll have some kind of profit this winter. Oh, I hear woodpecker. Sorry, Mr. Woodpecker, I'm cutting down your home. We knew this was coming. You didn't, but we did. See where the road's at here. I don't know. I think I've gotten to that little road yet. Have I cut that? No, that grew kind of crooked, didn't it? Huh. Yeah. Weird. I need to turn on this thing. I don't like when that's on like that, because the orange and the green look too close to the same color, so I'm gonna turn that on so that when I go up to the tree, it should show red like that. It's either gonna be green or red. I can kind of differentiate between those two colors better. Yeah, the more the sun comes up outside, the wider it's getting. I'm wondering if we got some snow. Where is this road at? There it is, okay. I want to make sure I hadn't gone past it yet. I was gonna say, that almost looked like a tree and a tree, but I think they were just really close together. They were Siamese trees. Isn't that what you call the twins? Siamese twins when they're conjoined, or maybe it's just conjoined twins. That's so weird. I remember seeing like the articles and stuff about the two girls that are conjoined. How does that work? I think they got married. Do they each marry their own person, or do they both marry one guy? How does that work? You would think they would have to be married to the same guy. I don't know though. I don't know how that works. The thinking behind that is just you could hurt your brain, I think. A lot of these little trees over here on the edge. I think there's some bigger ones out there in the middle. And some little ones. Can hear that Sasquatch. He's over here in the eastern woods this time. You don't see too many deer anymore on Farming Simulator though. I think we saw a lot more deer back in 22. You don't see too many in 25. They're out there, but they're very rare. I thought they would have added more deer, or more at least wild animals, because that was kind of a big deal. What other wild animals could they add? I really don't want to see a Sasquatch running through the woods. So I don't know. Maybe they could do bears. I mean, there's deer. They could do. I guess they could do like elk or something. Not bobcats. Not mountain lions. They could do coyotes. I think coyotes would be okay. Coyotes or wolves. Or some wild stallions. Wild stallions! They could do some little critters, you know, like a little raccoon, little bunny, little possum, something like that. Be another use for having tomatoes in the game, you know. If they had skunks, and you go out in the forest and you get sprayed by a skunk, and then you have to go lather up in tomato juice. That's the only way to get. That's one of the only ways that, you know, we grew up knowing how to get rid of a skunk smell, getting sprayed by a skunk. Morning, Yuleberry. How's it going? I feel like I need to adjust my chair. Just a little. There we go. Get into a little more of a recline position here. Cutting these trees takes a lot out of you. Oh, boy, those saves hit hard. Alright, let me go grab the tractor. Start taking some of these out of here. Cut this cluster right here. Got some deadwood trees out here too. Look at that. That's a deadwood right there. Alright, let me grab some. Get to a point where there's too many on the ground and you can't see to cut anymore. That's when you know it's time to get them up. Watch my numbers down there. 62. Some of these are kind of sitting on a hillside, so hard to grab them. Stumps out. Save. Alright, I'm gonna go back through there and start dropping these that way. Actually, I got one more to pick up there. Alright. Start dropping these that way and then just go through and pick them up. You know the tree is worth more the longer it takes to cut through it. It's a shortcut, and it's not worth a lot. But you get a big tree, like this one here, and it takes a long time for the chainsaw to go through it. You know it's going to be worth a lot. Let's see, did we own those? Are we on that over there? Yep, we own all that over there. See a big one over there. This is a big one. A lot of trees over here too, so go back and cut some of these the other way. I think this is smoothing up here. We could make a field up here. Plant some corn or another grass field. Plant cotton, I guess, since it's right across from the spinnery. Alright. Let's pick some more up. Alright, I am at 73%. 85. Oh, there's a save. Alright, so after that little row, I'm up to 79%. Let's get this big one here. That kicked me up to 80. Another big one here. These are not as big as the golden goose trees, as we call them, or the diamond doves, or platinum pigeons. What do we call them? Platinum pigeons, platinum penguins, platinum something. Had the platinum ones over. What was it? Where was that at? Was that Kinsleg, or in Scotland? Let's see if we can plant some of those. I think that's all that I could. So I'm up to 85%. Getting close. How is there a cut tree in the middle of field 27? Where's field 27? Oh, this 27? Is that 27 right there? Oh, there is a cut tree over here. Huh. Well, I haven't cut any trees over here. Unless it's one that I cut over in between the cotton field and this barley field. Maybe it got pushed over here. I cut some trees around the biogas, but I shouldn't have flown all the way from over here. cut some trees along this edge. I don't know how it ended up over there. That's a mystery. I'll have to come get that. These real quick and I'll go get that before I forget about it. Was it very windy? It might have been. I don't know. Maybe the wind came and got it. Or maybe the Sasquatch came and got it. Maybe he came and picked it up and was so mad that I was cutting his forest down, he picked the whole tree up in its entirety and drug it out in the field or threw it out in the field. See, that's why you don't want to mess with the Sasquatch. You don't want to mess with Bigfoot. No, sir. If he's that strong, imagine what he can do to you. So, Sasquatch safety right there. Only you can prevent forest fires. Oh wait, that's not the Sasquatch. That's, who is that? That was Smokey Bear, wasn't it? Smokey the Bear? Was that his name? You know, the forest bear? It was Smokey the Bear, wasn't it? That said that. Only you can prevent forest fires. Forest fires and stop, drop, and roll and just say no to drugs. I thought I was gonna have more of those instances in my life when I grew up and got out of school. I can tell you, I personally have never had to stop, drop, and roll. I've never had to prevent creating a forest fire, and I've never been offered drugs. So, I mean, maybe I've got a very sheltered life or something. Maybe other kids have had problems in those areas of starting forest fires and, you know, all that. So, I really thought quicksand would be a bigger problem too. I have not come across any quicksands. Who was the dog? You guys remember the dog? I'm going over all the childhood mascots that we had on TV back in the day. Smokey Bear. From what? You know, there was a dog. He was like a detective. Not Snoopy. McGruff, that's it. Jeff got it. McGruff the crime dog, that's it. Uh-oh, we lost Fuzzy. Am I still live? Am I still here? Am I cutting too many trees? Usually that can be an issue. Yeah, McGruff the crime dog. He was the one. Take a bite out of crime. Keep cutting, you're good. We got a few more trees over here in this sector. Big one here. Only grain can prevent forest fires. Huh. I bet Twitchy remembers one that none of y'all remember. There was the duck and cover turtle. Twitchy, do you remember him? The duck and cover turtle? Are you old enough to remember him? I'm not old enough to remember him, but I remember him from all my studies. Only Matt can pollute the world, cutting all the forest. We gotta feed the kids there, Sean. That's the entire goal. The song remains the same. We gotta feed the kids. We gotta plant more corn and more beans and more wheat so they can have bread. I feel like it's getting colder in here. My heat's running right now. And it feels like it's getting colder in here. Maybe it's because I am cutting all the forest. Morning, Tomcat. So you changed your name to something I can't read again. I know it's you, but might be some more up here that I didn't get. This last time around. Yep, those have already cut. Okay, here comes Fuzzy back. We're bringing Fuzzy back. Okay, that's Justin Timberlake. So NSYNC. You guys remember the boy band NSYNC? Even though you might not have listened to them, they were a thing back in the day. So there's a new, what do you call the songs where they take them and it's like a mashup? I think it's a new mashup. It's the Bye 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 song, but it is a rock cover of the song. I like the rock cover of Bye Bye Bye. It sounds great. It almost sounds like Breaking Benjamin. It's not them, but it's a very nice rock cover of Bye 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 by NSYNC. I'm sure it's out there on YouTube or someplace like that, but it sounds really good. It sounds like, okay, this is what Bye 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 should have been. Let's replace the original with that version. I mean, I would jam down the street with my windows down with that on. The rock version, not the NSYNC version. Is it metalish? I don't. I have very contrasting definitions of metal. Growing up in the 80s and 90s, you know, I wouldn't say it's metalish. I would say it's more, when I think metal, I think, you know, Metallica or, you know, those really, really heavy, you know, kind of metal bands. It's really more kind of along the lines of, like Breaking Benjamin or, Stained maybe. Or Theory of a Dead Man, you know, I don't really consider them metal. They're rock, but they're not really metal. Kind of along those lines. Happy World Pear Day. Wow. One of the girls at work, matter of fact, it was this week. She let me try. I had the option not to. Of course, you know, if it's food, I'm gonna try it. She let me try her freeze-dried pear slices. Caution, do not try the freeze-dried pear slices. And I told her this when she let me try them. She saw my face when I tried them. And she goes, "You don't like it?" And I said, "No." Freeze-dried pear slices, to me, in my opinion, taste like drywall with mustard on them. I do not recommend them, so caution. If you're considering trying freeze-dried pear slices, they might taste like drywall with mustard on them. I know that's weird, I know that sounds weird, but that's exactly what it tasted like. If I was going to eat drywall with mustard on it, that's what a freeze-dried pear slice would taste like. Yeah, don't do it. If you could dry ice, that's exactly what happened in that process. $89. $91. We're almost done. All the ones that away. Few more to cut right in there. Oh, one right there too. $93. $94. Oh, got one on the back. This big one, 94. 95. That's all the ones that are down. To 95 right in here. Also heard a mashup of Guns N' Roses' Paradise City, but it was also Jump Around. So you know you have Paradise City, take you down to the Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. But it was also Jump Around. I don't know if the song is actually like titled Jump or Jump Around, but it's the 90s song Jump Around. I came to get down. I came to get down. Everybody off your feet and jump around. Jump around. Jump, jump, jump. You know. It was a mashup between that and Paradise City by Guns N' Roses. It had a beat. I mean, it sounded good to me. So, tell you what, let me pick those up. Then I'll decide if I need to cut any more. I'm definitely going to come back and cut more up here, but if I get full, all I need is 5% more. But if I get full before then, I'll just come back later and cut. So I didn't get full. Let me... I'd say I could probably cut these right here in the front. Let me go after these big ones out here. And these might fill me up. Actually the right time of year to be cutting them because you can tell the difference between the big trees. All you got to do is just look at the color. Well, except for these little trees like this. They got the same color leaves, but yeah, you can tell the difference. You can tell which one's big and which one's not. There's another one. Those are a little different. Not snowing right now, is it? No, it's not snowing. It actually is getting foggier. Wow, that's like a whiteout fog. Every time I look over at my security camera here, I've got one on the front and the back, and it's just getting wider and wider and wider and wider. There's a little shed back here. I noticed it was getting wider and wider. It almost looks like it's snowing. It's so... the fog is so thick. We don't have any more... I think we're out of the window for anything, you know, wintry mix or wintry precipitation wise. Let me grab these. It almost looked like a tree sitting there. Oh boy. Seven. And 7 still. Cut a few more of these other trees. There it is. I knew I cut another one. $97 still. Wow. $98. Another shed over here. This one on the corner. This one looks bigger. $99. Getting closer. Cut some of these down, I guess. Right here by the road. Grab those. And I'm at 100, so I can leave that one tree down. Fold these in and return to base. RTB. Go bus, go bus. Show you guys what I've done up here so far. Whoa. This is not where I meant to turn either. Turn right here. So bought all this land. Here's the sunflower field I need to hit. Bought all this land. Bought all this. This is the forest area I bought previously, and then cut all the trees out of here. Cut the trees out of here. We're on that side of the road too. Got a lot of the trees back over there where we were. So we're where the cotton was. But yeah, we can probably plow this all the way down through here. Plow all this up, make this all field. Merge it with this sunflower field over here. Just kind of expand this field quite a bit. We got some more beans down here to cut. That's the field we bought right there. And actually this field can be merged in with these. We did this before on the in-game version. We kind of merged this together right in here with these fields. Probably do the same thing right in there. And then we got a ton more trees back up here we can get at some point in the future too. But for right now we're good to go on the wood chips. So all we really got to do is finish cutting the beans. And then probably sell the dried corn. I'd say there'd probably be a better price for that. And then I need to double check the sorghum, because I think we did dry some sorghum. That'll be either November or December. I want to say it's December too. Cut through the Walmart parking lot, because why not? That should be their slogan. Shop at Walmart, because why not? I could write a jingle. Write a Walmart jingle. Shop at Walmart, cause why not? Doo-doo. I don't know. I'll come up with something better. We've got time. Alright, so we got the 4 brooks full right here. Hoping we can buy some additional lands after this winter. Alright, so I'm just gonna park this over here for now. And I think I'm gonna grab this other harvester. Probably gonna be trading in this harvester. Be selling that back, trading this in. It'd be nice to see the X9 on sale, but it's not on sale yet. So what I'm gonna do, just gonna unhook that there. I'm gonna take the corn header and hit those sunflowers up there real quick. I don't think there's a full load for this combine up there, but I can just go ahead and get them knocked out. Wait, there's a save. Will say this corn header makes this little combine. I think it makes it a little front heavy. I can feel the steering is kind of off the ground in the back when I hit a bump. I will say the trees here, looking at like the types of trees that Stevie put in here, just the feel of it makes it feel kind of like Georgia. You see the trees, and then you look at Georgia. I mean, it has like a lot of these trees around, and I've cleared out quite a few of them, but they have the kind of like the pines and this style of kind of trees. Every time I sing that song, ooh, Georgia. Ooh, that old sweet song. I've got Georgia on my mind. Yep, you see my back wheels come off the ground? Alright, I'm there. I did a little smoothing out here. Got some little ridges out here in the ground. I don't want to do that. I want to do... Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Alright. I can kinda almost do this hands-free. I can drink my Dr. Pepper and harvest at the same time. Just put the guided steering on. Steering assist. It looks like the end of the world outside. It's getting so foggy out there. I can't even see across my street anymore. I am concerned. My neighbors, you know, they always decorate for every holiday. The ones across the street from me, they decorate for Easter, they decorate for the 4th of July, they decorate for Halloween. And I know they took down their Halloween stuff, you know, not too long ago, but it is December now, and they have not put their Christmas lights up yet. Kind of wondering what's going on. Maybe they'll do it this weekend. I don't know. Well, this combine, this must be heavy because I'm leaving some serious tracks in this field. Look at that. Might be a little soggy out here. It did rain yesterday. Thinking about putting windmills up. You know, we built windmills on the in-game one. We've got these little areas where these little build your own shed things. I'm wondering if I can put windmills on those little lots. You can't own the land though, so it might not let me. And you can't sell the unbuilt shed until you build it. I wonder if I could hide it. Might be something to test out. When we get some money. We ain't got no money to do any of that right now. Oh, dude, that's crazy. The pipe on the smallest combine here is long enough that you could use the big 16F corn header and still be able to reach a grain cart right beside you. that a little Christmas tree cake? That's what it looks like. I tried the Christmas tree cake donuts. I'm not a fan. It tastes like the Christmas tree cakes, you know, it's got the icing and the little green sprinkles on it, but they're very dry. I would almost rather have just the regular old powdered donuts, or even the chocolate covered donuts, you know, in that style. I mean, they were alright, but honestly, if I was gonna eat that flavor, I would just eat a Christmas tree cake. They weren't moist enough for me. They were just kind of dry. Dip them in milk. Ooh, I haven't tried that. Dip them in milk. I wonder if you could dip them in hot chocolate or something too. Ooh, coffee. I bet they go good with coffee. Hot chocolate or coffee. Dip them in some milk too. Yeah, I bet they'd be like Oreos, kind of. Everything's good with milk. Don't get Oreos in the milk. Chocolate chip cookies. I know the EO fudge cookies, you know, the fudge stripe cookies. Those are good dunked in milk. Whip it around. Whip it, whip it, whip it. Whee! Whoa, whipped it a little too hard. Shut that down. More soybeans. It's going okay. Get all this plowed together and have a pretty decent sized field here. I am not kidding about the fog. It's almost 9 a.m. here, and the fog is getting thicker. Oh, Good morning, Marcus. How's it going? this might be the last pass. Nope, we got one more. One more pass. And then we got one more field. And that should be it. Go look and see. What's that under? It's under this, isn't it? Yeah. So the dried, we do have some dried sorghum that we can sell. We've got some dried corn that we can sell. We can't sell any of the soybeans yet. That is active, right? Yeah, we got a lot of wheat we could dry. Guess I could go throw some wheat in there in a minute. Dry some sunflower. Look and see here. Can't dry peas. Pretty sure we can't dry the rye. Or the spelt. Got a lot of straw. We don't have to bale straw anymore. If we have any more wheat fields or anything, we don't have to bale any more straw. I think we're good on straw. Yeah, we got 1.6 million liters of wheat. So we could probably take quite a bit of that and dry that and sell that at some point. Go down here and see. Dried wheat. So it's got to be that one right there. So it's about like the corn. Looks like December would be the better time to sell that wheat. The dried wheat. Sunflower. That actually looks like February would be better there. The sorghum. That looks like December as well. And then the dried corn. I don't think we don't have any oats, do we? I don't know if we have any oats. That looks like December too though, but the dried corn, it's gotta be that one right there. Looks like December. Those high prices on the graph there. Summertime looks good and then winter looks good. They look about the same. They're pretty close. So. Now this is the last pass. Is Stevie dropping an update today? I don't know, is he? Is there an update for this map? I know he's been working on Mod Pack 21. He's supposed to? Okay. So there might be an update tomorrow for you and I there, Fuzzy. Are you going to do both of them? The map update and a mod drop? Okay. So it sounds like his mod pack 21, that's going to fix some stuff from mod pack 20. I think that's what Jeff told us. And then if there's a map update, hopefully it doesn't require a new save. Most of the time his don't. Unless it's just something, you know, completely drastic. Okay, good deal. No new save. We usually like that, since we've cut a lot of trees and merged some fields, so that's good news. Alright, so let's move over to that other field. Should be the last field of the year to harvest. Minus the alfalfa and the grass and such. So yeah, if I decide to try to build a windmill up here, I'll probably cut the remaining trees around that little lot there that has the area where you can build the shed. I need to try to hide it and see if it stays hidden. I know that some of the stuff, like this fence down here for instance, you can hide this fence, but it comes back after you save the game and come back in. This fence comes back. I tried getting rid of it just, you know, with the tool, but it does not stay gone when you hide it. Got all these trees right through here. That looks good to me. You want to start him this way. Yeah, soybeans into the dryer. We'll just go ahead and throw them in there. I don't think we're going to sell the soybeans just as, undried soybeans anymore. Since we can get over double what they're worth, pretty much. Or almost double, at least almost double the price on them by drying them. Alright, while this guy is rolling here, I think I'm going to take a quick break. And not even put the thing up on the thing so you guys can just watch this harvest roll. So I shall be back. Alright, I'm back. Still rolling. Yeah, over here is where I'm thinking about putting the windmill. There's a lot of these little lots around the map where he's set it up to where you can build the little bitty sheds. And they're the little bitty sheds. If I go into, let's see, which button? It's this button. You can kind of see the outline of it, like the parameters of it. Kind of hard to see with the sun glaring at it. Back up a little bit. That. Yeah, it's better at an angle. So there's the shed. You can see the A-frame going up there. Kind of see the shed sitting in that red circle there. My thing is like, can you just hide it? And will it stay hidden? Because I'll be honest with you, I don't really have a desire to build these little sheds. It takes too much time to get all the materials to do it anyway. And I just hide this area. Small shed, yes. Can you hide it? Does that get rid of that thing out there? Yeah, I got rid of that thing out there. And got rid of that. Now, you can't own these little lots, to my knowledge. Let's go back to the map. Yeah. See, when you go to farmland, you can't own these little spots. So, I don't know. I'm going to hide that. I'm not going to do anything with it yet. We'll do the update. Yeah, you can't sell it. You can't sell the unbuilt building, but I wonder if once you even get it built, if you can sell it, because technically it sits on this little spot of land that you can't own. So there's that one there. There's that one there that I know of for sure. And I think I have seen some others around the map too. Like there's little like lot areas that you can't sell. Kind of like that. So we'll see if that stays hidden, and we'll wait and do the update to see if it, make sure it stays hidden. I'm pretty sure it will. The only thing that won't stay hidden is this fence down here. As far as I know, this is so far the only thing I've come across. This right here, this just will not stay hidden. I have hidden this fence. You can get rid of it, but when you save the game and come back into it, it comes back. And it's one object. I did sell the watermill here, and actually this is another collectible that was under that watermill. I guess I can go ahead and collect that. But yeah, you can't get rid of this fence. Now the water tower that we hid way over yonder, it stays gone. I tested that out. This fence, I wish I could get rid of this fence. You can't get rid of it though. So if this shed stays hidden after the update, and it stays hidden after the save, I'm gonna try to build a windmill here. With the big one. What are generators under? Is that under factories? Yeah, here we go. Generators. So it's got to be the big one. Why? Where did they go? Is it not under generators? I thought the windmills were all under generators. Still have those windmills, right? Yeah. Are they under decorations? Surely not. Okay, am I just crazy? What happened to the windmills? Lights. Wouldn't be under this. Under sheds. Not under tools. Everything else is under generators. I wonder... I'm gonna have to investigate that, because that's... Maybe there's an issue with those windmills with the game updates. I'm pretty sure I still have those windmills installed. And I thought I had them activated on here. Alright, well, we'll come back and finish these beans up here and get on into selling time. Sell some stuff. So for the YouTube guys, we'll see you guys in the next video. Until the next time, remember, you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Grand Arcade. We'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, YouTube.